Hello there and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ungainly Titan. This I think was my second battle ever on Windstorm. My first battle was a rather uneventful, very short combat in the T-67, and this time I'm on the T-34. Since I'm in a heavy tank, I've decided that I'm going to go to the town. Must confess that I'm completely unfamiliar with Windstorm. I've had one battle since, and that was also in the T-67, and I've had this just from this spawn as well, from the western spawn, and that one I was trying to fight in the open field, but I had a moderate amount of success, but I can't say that I'm in any way familiar with this map, or have any strong notions of how to play it for optimal effect. So I've been playing in the T-34, I've got the T-29 crew on board, and I'm basically trying to complete a couple of skills with a view to upgrading this crew, like I said, and moving them on to one of my more higher tier tanks that are currently sitting without crews. I know that this map, or a variant of it, has been on the PC for a while. I've seen a couple of games in it, but again, not enough to claim any kind of actual familiarity with the map. I do know that the centre of town along the docks is kind of fairly open ground. So an enemy Tiger is rushed around the corner there into the IS-3. He's backed up further back by a T-34 or a T-29. I think it turns out to be a T-34. We finish off the Tiger. And he's rapidly followed by an ARL V-39. Who doesn't actually have a lot of hit points. Decent enough gun. So we finish him off, and the other tank that was with him seems to have had second thoughts about what he wanted to do and has found an elsewhere to be. So I'm going to wait for the reload here, and I am detected. I'm going to take the chance and come around the corner anyway, but I take a hit from that T-34. Now I thought initially it was a T-29. I might not have been so keen to come around the corner if I realised that it was an actual T-34, because that's got a much bigger gun. So we finish off the Tiger too, because it's valuable to get rid of guns out of the game at every opportunity. Now I'm going to try and side scrape here. I'm hoping to bait the shot onto my tracks, and he does hit my tracks, but he manages to penetrate for full damage, and that's 2 hits now I've taken from that T-34, which is pretty severe. However, that shot didn't go into my tracks, it was completely absorbed by the tracks, and I managed to get the hit back into him. The enemy T-34 has the opportunity to back around the corner there, but he, well, I'm waiting for the reload, but he doesn't actually make it around the corner fully. However, I make a miss of the shot for a little too prematurely, so I don't do any damage. So I'm waiting my reload, and when I stick the tank out again, there's no sign of the T-34. So I push around the corner. I'm accompanied here by another tank, and I'm going to go in towards the centre of the town now. I'm just debating as to whether to go after the T-34 or turn left to go and help the tanks with that tank on my left, but I decided I'll go towards the T-34 direction and support the tank that's making the advance. So that medium has closed into the T-34, and by the time I get there it'll probably be over one way or another, so the medium has actually expired. Now I changed my mind and I'm not too sure if I want to risk being hit by both of them, so I decided I'm going to get rid of this T-34 first. However, I failed to hit him properly with the first shot. That goes into his tracks, and he is held in position, which is still useful because I get some tracking damage, and he's taking further damage because he's exposed out in the open. Another medium has come in, I think, and dealt with the T-34. So we're cleared through the town, but there's still a heavy tank behind, and he's actually gradually eliminating our tanks. So I decided I better go back and assist in the fight against this heavy tank. We're a tank down, and it's better to try and keep allies in the game if at all possible. So there's the T-32. We get a decent damage roll, but not enough to actually finish him off. He's still left on a sliver of health. Now he drives into a stairwell or something, and he's kind of hold down to the tank in front of him, but there's tanks behind him as well as myself, so that he gets taken out. And we're still a tank down, and there are tanks threatening our base area. Now we have a tank in the capture circle, but there are probably other tanks nearby, and to be honest with you, my own capture circle, my own base area is nearer to where I am than the enemy capture circle is, and it's always more important to defend your own cap first. Secure your own cap, make sure you can't lose the game, and then you go and try and win it. Now we've caught up, and except for the tank that's in the cap circle, all our tanks are over on this side of the map. So I've decided I'm going to support our tanks that are together. Now, I probably make a mistake here. Initially I'm going to go around the other side of that hill after that tank, but then I changed my mind. Because that's risky, and I've no way of knowing who else is around that side of the hill with him. And if I'd come around earlier, I'd probably have had the opportunity maybe of getting the second shot, because I'd have caught him earlier before he'd have crossed the open space. So we almost finish off the M4. Kind of leave it to my allies. There is another tank coming up behind him to support him, and we have to do some damage to him as well, try to eliminate it from the game fairly early on. However, the allies managed to get rid of him before I need to do anything. At this point there are 4 enemy remaining tanks, and I'm not really sure where any of them are. I know some of them must have been over near the cap circle, because the medium tank in the cap circle has been taken out. So we see that VK over here in the town, and I've decided I'm going to go and try and deal with him, helping out the tank destroyers and the light tank through here. I thought initially that he would poke the corner, but he has decided that it's probably not a good idea. He's possibly aware of the number of tanks that are around this side of the map, and he's not going to take a chance by taking them on directly. Now I go after him. I'm aware of the fact that he's circling around the building, but as far as I know, he doesn't know that I'm here. So my view is that he'll be engaged with the tank destroyers around the time I'll catch up with him, and he won't be facing towards me. So I'll have a much better chance of putting a penetrating shot into him, and maybe even finishing him off. So I'm coming around the corner. However, one of his allies is after turning up. He's here in front of me, and it's quite an easy shot. So I back up, wait for the reload. I thought the IS-3, being aware of my existence, might have come after me, but he doesn't. He goes after the tank destroyers as well. So I come out. Now I probably should have fired through the wall. I'd probably caught the IS-3 with it. The gun was probably good enough to penetrate. Or I should have gone to the left of these houses and come straight up towards this area of the map. This means that I would have arrived earlier, because at this point in time there is an extra tank appearing on the minimap, the FCM 50T, who's now behind me, and if I'd been paying more attention to the minimap I would have been aware of this tank's existence. If I'd been closer to the action when I killed the IS-3, I would have been a better chance of not taking that hit in the rear from the FCM 50T, and I would have had a slightly better chance of actually taking him on.
We may have lost this one, but we'll be back.
As it was, I finished up having to face 2 tanks simultaneously with very low health on my part, so there wasn't much chance of surviving that. Now I did over 4,000 damage, didn't get much assisted damage, first class mastery, high caliber and a top gun. So overall I'm pretty happy with the result. I just wish I could have done a little bit better and actually won the game for the team. This gives us first place by experience, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.